Hello Jesper, you just finished your speech at the third Agile Serbia Conference, so can you share your impressions of the conference, about the participants and everything else?
Yeah, so I'm very impressed with the conference. I think it's amazing that you managed to get so many high-quality speakers here, and a good crowd and a turnout, and a full conference, as I understand, already in your second and third year. So that's quite impressive.
Third year, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Let's do a small review. What does the statement agility starts upstream means?
Well, for me, it personally means that we have a tendency to pay a lot of attention to the downstream processes in terms of development and deployment, and sometimes we ignore that some of our biggest risk and some of the best improvement opportunities actually are in our upstream work, where we're not as disciplined and we don't have the amount of visualization and we don't treat our stuff with the quality that it actually deserves to have an end-to-end optimized flow and not just the development part going very well.
Okay, now a small challenge. How to ensure that everyone from the Scrum team is included in the product backlog refinement? What to do with those rebels?
Yeah, so for me personally, it's not a goal in itself to have everybody involved. I think the goal is to create a smooth process where everybody is involved to a degree that makes sense. And for some teams, it quite naturally makes sense to include everybody, and for some teams it doesn't, and sometimes it will vary from the type of work you're doing, where it will be a couple of guys going together, sitting and doing the rough refinement, and then they'll include the rest of the team in a story kickoff in the sprint. So I think there are many different versions, and I don't think the assumption that everybody should be involved in every part of the communication going on is always a natural truth anyway.
What would you state as the biggest Scrum implementation challenges that you faced or experienced that someone else has faced?
Yeah, I think so. The overall challenge is that we often end up having a lot of Scrum mechanics working very well, and not a lot of the whole agile mindset behind those mechanics being really truly implemented and integrated in the organization. And I think it goes a lot together with Bob's talk this morning in terms of the leadership change necessary to actually transform to an agile organization and not just mechanics implemented at a team level. So I think the struggle and the things we have to find out a better way of solving is how do we get more of the agile core values and less of a focus on the mechanics, because it seems that it's a general trend, and we see it all over again, and we become disappointed when, as a consultant, we visit organizations 2 years after, and we see that they haven't really gone a lot further down the path that we had hoped them to.
Okay, and finally, what is your message to the Serbian IT community?
I think my message should be open to all types of input. Don't get locked down in identified agile mechanics. Find ways of exploring what new things are being done out there in the world. Personally, right now I'm working with Toyota Kata, which I think is an amazing opportunity to drive continuous improvement in a better and more systematic way. But I'm guessing there are, in all different fields, there are lots and lots of inspiration that if we focus solely on Scrum or solely on different frameworks, then we get locked down into not exploring the wider context.
Okay, thank you very much for this great interview.